What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Randy here with RTSMobilegaming, bringing you a fantastic video today. We are playing Lord of the Rings Rise to War, and for you, it is now the new year. Welcome to 2022! Yeah! Anyways, super excited for today's video. We are talking about Khamul on my free-to-play account, Leia. As you all well know, I did purchase the Season Pass as well as the $1 Khamul Pass on Leia. Leave me alone. I'm weak. I say it over and over again. I tell my wife. Here we are. So, in this video, like I said, we are talking about Khamul. Through the savvy use of the Matham Exchange, I have got him with respect level 3. And I have some gear on him that is not completely terrible. And I'm slowly leveling him up. Once I get him to level 46, I will engage him in PvP. But as of right now, my overall build is going to be an entirely commander-focused damage build. I am most likely going to be running Corsair units, a mixture of Corsair units and Dwarven infantry, which are highly tanky. Corsairs will complement my burn damage abilities from Ring Wraith. So let's talk about it, okay? Now, because I'm not putting any points in second in command with this build, as I'm only respect level 3. It's not the same as my respect level 12 Khamul on my RTSMobilegaming main account, where I would have extra points. But since I'm respect level 3, I'm going to have barely enough points to max out another one of these damage abilities, and we'll be done. So I have decided to focus on Shadow of the East and the Ring Wraith tree in order to maximize Khamul's actual damage output, okay? Second in command is nice because it is going to give me plus 30 focus as well as additional damage for my units, but since I won't have enough points to run that as well as anticipation, I'm going to stick with the Shadow of the East and Ring Wraith. This is very different. If you're going to run Alchemists on Khamul, you absolutely have to run the second in command tree because Alchemists are so squishy. You need that extra avoidance here and that extra discipline, which gives you defense, okay? So without that 35 defense or the dodge abilities from anticipation, you really don't want to run Alchemist. So the trick here is, how do you make a build that is strong enough to have good damage output to compete with the Alchemist build, but also tankier than the Alchemist build to give you some advantages, okay? So I can tell you right now, the damage will not be as high as Alchemists. I will definitely be lower than Alchemists, but I will be significantly more tanky overall because of the units I'm going to run, okay? Corsairs and Dwarves will be great. The Corsairs will benefit greatly from the Ring Wraith ability, which will increase their damage by 30%. And then I'm going to do absolutely enormous damage with my Shadow of the East tree here, okay? So I'm going to be expecting to run somewhere between 130 to 150 focus / poison damage on average in a 10-round PvP fight. Okay, I'm going to see different abilities such as Nazgul Screech ticking from between 4,500 to 6 grand per tick on 2 different units. We're going to see the Morgul Poison ticking for a few thousand damage. We'll see Shadow of the East punching them in the face for around 5,000 damage on a 1-round cooldown, okay? The poison damage here that ticks is absolutely fantastic over multiple rounds. We'll see this anywhere from 2,000 to 3,500 damage every single round. And then Dreadful Presence is offensive yet defensive. It deals some damage, but it also massively reduces the damage that the enemies deal for a round, okay? So, like I said, I'm going to have a very tanky build. I'll probably have a lot of draws, but it's going to be a draw with cheap infantry units. I'll deal enough focus and poison damage to put some enemy units in the ground. And the nice thing about Khamul running with that build is a lot of our enemies right now are running anti-burn damage builds because, as we know, we have a lot of Witch Kings on the evil side. So as we're fighting against troops from Rohan or Run, they're running a lot of anti-burn damage commanders. Khamul will be dealing focus and poison damage entirely, okay? Only his Corsairs will be dealing burn damage. So I can expect to see anywhere from 80 to 120k damage from my Corsairs throughout the fight. And I'll expect to see anywhere from 120 to 150k damage from my Khamul throughout the fight, which will put me up in the around 250k damage range in a PvP fight, which, like I said, will definitely force some draws. It may not get a whole lot of victories outright, but I'm expecting some good draws to really weaken some enemy troops. And if that's what I can do with my free-to-play account against some massive spenders, I'm all on board with that, okay? So, that's the build. Get excited for that. Give me the like and sub if you feel like this helped you out. Again, if you are going to try and run Alchemist instead, you will have more damage output, absolutely. Your Alchemist alone will deal anywhere from 250 to 350,000 damage, depending on who you're fighting or whatever. But you're going to have to basically eliminate Khamul's actual damage output and focus entirely, maximize the second-in-command tree, okay? So, I could do that. I could delete this 80k or so focus poison damage that I'm going to get from Shadow of the East tree. Maybe drop that into second in command. But for this build, like I said, I'm trying to be creative and get around the fact that everybody's using burn damage chests. If they're using burn damage chests and I come in with focus and poison damage, I will bypass that counter, okay? So, love you long time. Happy New Year. Randy out.